everybody, this is Mrs. Turney. I'm a third grade teacher at Delaware, and today we are going to be talking about money. Everybody loves to talk about money, right? So today our goal for our lesson, our I can statements, our objectives. I can find the value of any collection of coins and bills, and I can solve real-world problems to determine whether there is enough money to make a purchase. As we're going with this lesson, I want you to remember our secret word today is turtle, so make sure you're able to tell your teacher that after you've seen this lesson. Again, it's turtle for the secret word. You can tell by our objectives that money is something that's very important for us to understand, and we use it all the time, so we have to be able to apply these skills long after we are in school and when we are in the real world. So, looking at the next slide, we're going to do a quick review of just the coins and the dollar bill. Up here we have our penny, and what is important on this slide that I want you to recognize is that when we talk about coins, we need to be able to write and show that two different ways. The first way is with the cent symbol, and the second way is with the decimal point and the dollar symbol. So anytime I have my friends in my classroom write an amount, if they can write it both ways, I have them do that just to get used to seeing it multiple ways. Then we have our nickel, which is worth 5 cents, our dime, which is worth 10, our quarter, which is worth 25, and then our dollar bill. And we can see right here it says 100 cents. So 100 cents equals $1. And that'll be important when we're adding later and we're using our strategies, such as breaking it apart and using place value to add up our amounts. So looking at these two questions, we are going to simply count the collection of coins here. For this first one up here, now if you know right away that a quarter is worth 25 cents and you can do this in your head and you can count on, that's amazing. But sometimes we need to use other tricks or other strategies. You may have heard of something called touch money, and that's basically counting by fives for everything. You can label the coins if it's paper and pencil. You could label it 25, 25, 10, and then label your ones if that helps you. So up here, I see 2 quarters. So I know 25 and 25. Let's see, it's just 25 and 25. And I know that's 50 cents. And most of us know 4 quarters is $1. So 50 cents right here plus 10 cents. So 50 plus 10 more is going to be 60. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4 cents because we know our pennies are worth 1. So I should have 64 cents. And when I slide my box over to check and see, I am correct, that's 64 cents. Now, since this is under $1, it's less than $1, I can also represent this amount using my dollar sign. So I would put my dollar sign and then my decimal point, and then I would write 64. Okay, you can have a 0 up here too between the dollar sign and decimal point if you choose. You don't have to, but you do need to be able to show these amounts both ways. Let's look at the next one. And for this one, I'm going to use some touch money to help me count it. Okay, so I see $1, so right away I know I have $1. I'm going to start with my biggest, my largest value coin first, and that's my quarter. If I don't know that's 25, but I have my touch points on here, I can count my touch points. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. My dime is 10, so that'd be 30, 35. My nickel is 1, so that's 40. So 25, 35, 40, and then 41, 42, 43. I'm counting on. So this amount should be $1.43. And since there is a dollar with this, I could change this all to cents and just write 143 cents. I could show it that way. This is obviously the way you would see it most of the time, but it could do you good to know that this is the same as this if you were to ever see it. Let's move on to the next one. So Now that we can count collections of coins, the next step up is to be able to decide if we have enough money to make a purchase, okay? And we are going to be able to drag our money today into our box to help us solve this problem. Yes, we can stack our values and we can add them up, but when you go to a store to purchase something, you're not gonna write down a math problem and stack it up. You're probably going to have money with you. Okay, so we need to get used to doing that. And I like to have my friends all have their own bags of money when we're in the classroom. So what we're going to do is, we see Sarah goes to the concession stand with $5. She has $5 to spend at the concession stand. She wants to buy a hot dog for $1.50, a Snickers for 75 cents, and a bottle of juice for $2.35. Does she have enough money to buy everything she wants? So we're going to use this space to show our work, and then we're going to circle yes or no. Does she have enough money? Okay, so let's start. We know she has a total of $5. This is our total amount. We got to remember that's how much she has. What we're going to drag is how much each thing costs. So the first thing is our hot dog. It's $1.50. So we are going to drag over $1. And then to get 50 cents, the easiest way to do that is to use 2 quarters. So we have 25 and 25. So she can definitely get a hot dog with $5 because it's only $1.50. Next thing I'm going to drag over is 75 cents for a Snickers. So again, I know that 3 quarters is 75 cents just from practicing counting coins. So I could do 25, 50, 75 cents. That's my money for Snickers. The next thing I'm going to do is drag over the amount of money it takes for a bottle of juice. The juice costs $2.35. So I'm going to need 2 $1 bills. And now I need 35 cents. Well, a quarter is 25. And I know that if I count by tens, 25, 35, we could use a dime to get 35 cents. Now that we have all the coins that we need, we can count this all up and see if she has enough money. And I always like to start with the biggest values first, and those are our dollars. So we have $1, $2, $3. Okay, now let's look at our quarters because I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarters. 4 quarters makes $1. 4 quarters is $1. So if I cross out 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, then I can change my dollar amount to $4 instead of 3. Now I have 2 quarters left, which is 50 cents. Plus a dime, so that's 10 more, that's 60. So she has, or this is gonna cost her $4.60. So I want you to think, she went to the store with $5, or the concession stand rather, with $5 to spend. Can she purchase all 3 of those items? If you said yes, then you would be exactly right. And a challenge for you would be to see how much change she would get back if she gave the concession stand person $5. Well, how many more cents would we need to make $5? You know, probably from doing some addition and working with easy numbers that 6 plus something equals 10. 6 plus 4 equals 10. So if we add that up, she would probably get 40 cents back in change. So she has a little bit of extra money to keep in her pocket. Okay? Let's do the next one. Okay. For this one, it says, James decided to go to the store to buy 14 baseball cards. He has $3.15 in his pocket. If the cards are 25 cents each, and that's in word form right now, so we have to be careful when we're reading that, does he have enough money to buy all of the cards he wants? He wants 14 of them. Okay, so let's take a look at that. He has $3.15, okay? $3.15. 14 cents. And the cards are 25 cents each. Well, if we drag over 4 quarters, oh, I'm sorry. Let's erase that. This is gonna get us 1 baseball card, okay? So we can work with quarters, or we can drag this back over here and we can know $1 is 4 quarters. So that's gonna give us 4 baseball cards for $1. I'm sorry, my board is messing up. So 4 cards right here, okay? Now, if he drags over another $1, that's another 4 baseball cards. So right now we're at $2 of his $3.15, and he has 4 plus 4, that's 8. So far he can get 8 baseball cards, okay? If we drag over another $1, now we're at $3, so we're getting close to his $3.15. That's another 4 baseball cards. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12, and we're at $3. All he has left is 15 cents. Can he get another baseball card? No, you're right. He can't get another baseball card because it would be 25 cents. So he has to stop right here at 12 baseball cards. So let's think about that. Does he have enough money to buy all 14? Because that's what our question asks us. He says all of the cards. If you said no, then you would be absolutely correct. He does not have enough money, okay? All right, guys, let's go to the next one. So you can see why these are important when we are shopping or we're making purchases or we're going out to eat. We're gonna have to have an idea of how much money we need to make these purchases. All right, this is our last problem. It's a little bit harder, more difficult, and it's kind of broken down into 3 different steps, okay? So it says, Anna and Piper wanted to buy their new puppy treats. The money below is all they could find laying around the house. The treats they wanted to buy cost $8. Will they have enough money? Okay, so here's the money Anne finds, and here's the money that Piper finds, okay? And we can count that money quickly. $1, $2, $3, we have 25 cents, and then we have our dimes. So 35, 45, 55, 65, and then switch to ones, 66, 67, 68. So Anne has $3.68. Piper, on the other hand, finds $1, $2, $25, that's our biggest coin, 30, 35, 40 are nickels, plus 1 more is 41. So Piper has $2.41. And we're gonna put that together to see if they have enough money, okay? Now, some of you might say, well, I'm just gonna stack these two amounts up, I'm gonna add them, and I'm gonna know very quickly if she has enough money. What I challenge my students to do in my classroom, though, is to pick a strategy that we've worked on to solve this problem. And they know they can use their place value blocks, or they could use what we call the break apart method to solve this problem also. So if we were to do that, we're gonna have $3.68. We're gonna think of that as 368, okay? So 300, and we're gonna break it apart thinking that these are our ones, these are our tens, and these are our hundreds, just like we would do a regular math problem without dollar signs and decimals. So we have 300s, or 300 cents, 60 plus 8, and then we have plus 200, we're over here now, our dollar amount, that's 200, plus 40, plus 1. Okay, this gives us some nicer numbers to add with, and we start always with our smallest place value first, and that's the ones place. We can see that 1 plus 8 is going to equal 9. So those are our ones. Then we go to our tens, so it's 40 and 60. So 60 plus 40 is going to equal 100. Oh no, that's bigger than a 10, right? Once we hit that 100, we know we have to take that and put it with our other hundreds that are the same. So now I'm going to take my hundreds, my 200 and my 300, and I'm going to add those together. But I'm going to include this new 100, so I'm not going to have anything in my tens place. I'm going to add it in down here, and that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 600. And when I go to put that back in as money looks, I'm going to consider this my dollar amount, so $6, that's 600 cents. Uh-oh. $6, nothing in the tens column, and then we have 9 cents in the ones column. Okay, so they found $6.09. The treats cost $8. Do they have enough money to make that purchase and get those treats for their dogs or their new puppy? If you said no, you would be absolutely right. They're going to have to come up with almost, not quite, $2 more. Okay? All right, so now we've learned how to use our strategies to solve our math problems, as well as figuring out if they have enough money to make these purchases. All right, so if we go to the next slide, I have some ideas for you at home, some things you can do. Play store. We like to set up a little store in my classroom where we put prices on everything, and I give the kids a certain amount of money, and they go around and they see what kinds of items they could possibly purchase with that money. You could do that at home, or you can make up word problems using your items at home like we did today, and see if your friends, siblings, family members can solve those problems with you. You could draw out your coins and your bills and practice seeing how many different amounts of collections you can make. You could also practice seeing how many ways you can make an amount. So for this one, I used to give my students a table, and I would say, how many ways can you make $3.86 with your different coins and a dollar bill? And the challenge for them would be to use the least amount of coins first. So can you make it 4 ways? Can you only make it 2 ways? How many ways can you make an amount? Okay, thank you for joining us today. Again, don't forget our secret word is turtle. Make sure you share that with your teachers, and thanks for watching.